Hello everyone, I'm Cloud and welcome to Anime No Mi. In today's video we'll talk about the biggest secrets about the great characters and powers of the One Piece anime. We know that events from the past are linked to Luffy, his crewmates and even rivals. We'll talk about that and more in today's video. And I already count on your help to leave your like in the video to support the channel. I also hope you subscribe if you're still new here and leave your comments saying your opinions and what the next videos you want to see here on the channel. Now let's go to the video. Guys, in this video today, we'll follow our series here on the channel where we'll answer some interesting questions asked by you based on what was shown in the One Piece manga. The first question asked here on the channel was, Joy Boy seems to be a title and not a person. It could be that all the Joy Boys that were mentioned were different people, and when Roger realized that he was also Joy Boy, he was already on the last island. So Luffy might end up unleashing a new power and be the last Joy Boy who will accomplish what others couldn't. What do you think? This question is really interesting. After all, some points make a lot of sense with the content we saw in the One Piece story at different times, since Joy Boy also had a straw hat just like Luffy and Roger. However, as we don't have much information about Joy Boy, it's a little difficult to deduce this, and after the events of Wano, there's a possibility that it really is a title. Before Roger found One Piece in Laugh Tale, he says he wished he could have lived in the time of Joy Boy, demonstrating that Joy Boy is just a single character and that he lived in the past. However, this was all before he found out the whole truth about the world of One Piece, and after finding out more about that world, Roger said he was unable to fulfill his purpose. But what creates even more curiosity is the fact that the King of Pirates says that when the appointed time comes, the Joy Boy is expected to appear again. All of this seemed to refer to the return of a specific person rather than another character receiving the title of Joy Boy. But we saw that Kaido was waiting for the arrival of a person who would be Joy Boy. When facing Luffy, he said that that boy could not be Joy Boy, so it seems that Kaido is waiting for someone to receive this title. But what's left for us is to wait for more information about this character, as Oda can sometimes be unpredictable, so a theory with little information about him is a little difficult to elaborate. Now let's go to another question that says, did Zoro awaken the Conqueror's haki or not? The answer, according to what all that has been confirmed so far, is yes, and he demonstrated his haki of the Conquerors twice, and Emperor Kaido, in analyzing Zoro's coup, was sure he did. He did possess the Conqueror's haki. Not only that, Kaido was sure the swordsman used him in his attack, as he was able to wound him. During episode 984 of the One Piece anime, when Zoro is together with some of Kaido's pirates, he moves quickly and uses his haki of the Conquerors, making all the pirates around him fall down. And during chapter 1010 of the One Piece manga, during the confrontation between Kid, Law, Luffy and Zoro, after Luffy is defeated and thrown off the floating island, Zoro starts a big confrontation against Kaido. Zoro uses his Kiki Kutoryu Ashura technique on Kaido, in which he manages to bruise his skin. Kaido is startled and asks if he can use the Hashika haki, but Zoro doesn't know what he's talking about. He just used all his strength, demonstrating that Zoro really has the king's haki. He just doesn't have control over it. As we've seen, only the Conqueror's haki users can hurt Kaido's body, as his body has great resistance. The next question is Sanji a cyborg? Where did this new power of his come from? Initially, we need to talk a little about his past. Before the birth of Sanji and his brothers, the judge worked together with Vegapunk as a member of a lawless scientific research team. After the team discovered the lineage factor, the Sekai Sifu chased them and took Vegapunk, forcing him to leave the team and make them all break up, where they each followed their research in their own way. So Judge, Sanji's father, returned to the Germa kingdom and resumed his investigation in secret, eventually developing current cloning technologies and genetically modifying his family. At some point, Judge met Sora and married her, later giving birth to her first daughter Reiju, and shortly thereafter, they had other children, quadruplets, all of which happened 3 years later. Before the birth of her children, the queen discussed with her husband about her plans to surgically manipulate her lineage factor. He wanted to change all of his children, no matter what the consequences. While Sora wanted her children to have to maintain human emotions, Judge didn't care about that. He was only concerned with giving them powers, even if it meant turning them into emotionless beings. He then had the queen, Sora, undergo several surgeries, all to modify her children, but she, as a way to protect them, drank something designed to counteract the effects of the modification. 21 years ago, Judge and Sora's 4 children were born, while Kingdom Germa was in North Blue, and after the birth of their children, Sora began to suffer the side effects of what she drank to prevent the changes. She was then affected by a serious side effect that made her very ill. She ended up being bedridden in the kingdom's medical wing, and eventually, the queen ended up losing her life thanks to all that. However, unlike his brothers, Sanji was not born with the powers his father wanted him to have, as thanks to his mother the powers were nullified, or so they thought. During the fight against Queen, one of the pirates allied to Kaido, Sanji ended up awakening these powers. We don't know why, but maybe it's something involved with the raid suit, the costume he started to use during this arc. It is a technological technological suit that grants Sanji the ability to fly and strengthen his kicks with boot propulsion and serves as armor to protect him from attack. His unique ability is to allow Sanji to adapt perfectly to his environment, making him invisible to the human eye. This invisibility gives him a great advantage in battle, being able to land surprise attacks against opponents without them seeing him. So there's a possibility that this costume has awakened the power slumbering within Sanji, thus improving his basic skills, such as pain tolerance and the great strength that comes from genetic alteration, but it leaves him afraid of losing his emotions. The next question asked was, why is Kaido so interested in Wano? What did he say is special? From the beginning, we believed that Kaido was only interested in the Wano factories. One of the factories that was shown was in Udon, a region located in the southeast of Wano and currently under the control of Queen, one of the leaders of the Pirates of the Beasts. It is an industrialized region of factories where we saw that Kaido forced his enemies to work and further increase the Emperor's power. We even saw that Luffy was also taken there. We also knew that Kaido is also in Wano because of a proposal made by Orochi, which so far we don't know what it is, and another reason he settled in Wano was to have a place where he could start his plans. But recently, during his big battle with Yamato, Kaido revealed that he has a secret reason for being in Wano, something that goes far beyond all of his already revealed goals. This happened because he said he would never lose that battle, mainly because he has no intention of losing Wano. After all, he says that there is something precious in that place, something that no one even imagines. Many then believe that in Wano there is a secret poneglyph. After all, they were created in that place, and also, there is a possibility that one of the ancient weapons is in that place. Even so far we have not been able to know what it really is. And the last question is Elbaf going to be important in the story? For those who don't remember, Elbaf is a kingdom inhabited by giants, and is considered the strongest kingdom in the world of One Piece due to its army of giants, which is famous for its strength. So because there is such a powerful kingdom, shown as the strongest army in the manga, it will probably have a great importance in the work, possibly participating in a great battle. Since Oda wouldn't introduce this realm just to introduce important characters like Big Mom, Oda would likely delve deeper into this realm, showing more about the realm and its warriors. And as we know, Big Mom has a connection to this realm as she was born in it, so she can explain a little more about it during Wano's arc, as the realm of Elbaf is mentioned in several arcs. Elbaf was first mentioned during the Little Garden arc as Dori and Bragi's home, later in Eni's lobby by Oimo and Kashiai, and is mentioned again during Z's Ambition arc when Usopp asks if Lily and her father Pan's Fry were of Elbaf. Even Big Mom mentions this realm, saying it needed her crew and the giants of Elbaf to have any chance of defeating Shanks and his crew. So Elbaf will still be explored in the work, in addition to the fact that there may be a deity in the place. After all, it is said that if there was any kind of dispute or discussion between all the giants, the god of Elbaf would decide which one would lose his life or whether could survive. It can be a legend or even a very powerful character in which he discreetly leads the giants, but we will only know if this entity really exists when more about him is presented. And even who knows, in the future, Luffy and his crew will travel to this location, where we will be introduced to new characters and even new alliances for the great battle to come, but it's still too early to comment on it. But I want what you think about it. Have different answers? Do you have other questions? Comment on the video. Don't forget to leave your likes in the video to help the channel, and also subscribe if you're still new here. The channel is new and needs your help. Thank you so much for watching our video so far. Your support is very important. See you in the next video. Bye.